Oh, love. Oh, they said I'm live. I'm up here with the big bro, baby boy. Two whoops to the big homie. And you know,
Big homie, two whoops.
just wanted to ask the homie a couple questions about his background when it comes to the New York Bishop Bloods in Brooklyn, Bed-Stuy, Brownsville, New York City. You know what I mean? Because the bro everywhere. He global. Um, he's
Too short.
just gonna give us a history lesson uh, about the bishops out here in New York and about himself. So, basically, you could tell the people about yourself and your upbringing and where you from. Where you from? Matter of fact, where you grew up at? Where you from? Where you born at?
I was born and raised in Brookdale, born and raised in Brownsville, Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? Born in Brookdale Hospital, raised around the corner from Brookdale Hospital in Brownsville. So, you know what I mean? Officially, Brownsville never ran, never will.
Okay. What area? What part of Brownsville?
Newport and Thomas Borland, the exact.
Killer. You got brothers? You got sisters?
I have two older brothers and I have an older sister.
Killer. So just tell us a little bit like your upbringing, you coming up with your brothers and sisters, uh, the school you went to. You know what I mean?
So I went to school to PS. I went to school in Brownsville. I went to school PS 150. Then I left that school doing the PS 183. When I left PS 183, I went to PS 165.
Okay.
And the upbringing was, basically like, rest in peace, my pops. But like he was around, but not around.
Rest in peace to the big homie.
My pop, like my brother, he was teaching me, the ins and outs about the streets and stuff like that.
Okay. This your older brother?
Yeah, it's my older brother. Some may know him as Prince.
Okay. How much older is he from you?
Oh, he's a year older than I am.
Okay. So what junior high school and high school you went to?
I went to junior high school in Queens. Went to junior high school in Queens. When I graduated junior high school, I went to high school in Brooklyn, in East New York, for Transit Tech High School.
Okay. You said something about your pops. You mentioned something about your pops. Like, what kind of guy was he?
Pops was funny, protective, overprotective.
Mm-hmm.
He was a big homie in his own neighborhood, so a lot of people knew who he was. By just me walking up the block, I heard plenty of stories about how he was. He never was in the gang. All the gangs and the tomahawks and stuff like that, they all respected him. So people that was selling any type of drugs or whatever, they had to ask him permission if they can sell drugs on the block.
Okay. Yeah, BIP to the big homie.
Yes, sir.
He knew my uncle too, right?
Yeah, he knew your uncle.
Yeah, that's a fact. So when we get into like the whole gang thing, just your experience with gangs, where you from in your neighborhood, you could tell us a little something about that?
Funny stories. I was in the car one day, like 8, 9 years old. And my oldest brother, he's a little bit older than I am, so I'm gonna say he's somewhere probably like late 30s, early 40s, if I'm not mistaken. But like I said, like I was young, so I was in the car. 8, 9, 10 years old, or whatever. And I seen a red flag hanging out his pocket. And I was saying to myself, like, why you got that bandana out for? And come to find out, as I gotten older and really learned like what the games was, word was he was part of the ABG. Anybody can get it back in Brownsville at that time.
Oh killer. I heard about them.
Out in Brownsville Peace.
Which Brownsville Peace is the projects, right?
Yes.
Okay. Oh killer.
So you know, so time go forward, whatever. I get a little bit more older, you know, now it's my high school days.
Mm-hmm.
And
what year is this, beloved?
Say that again, Big Bro?
What year is this?
This is around, I'm gonna say 2012, going into no, not 2012, I'm bugging. 2005 going into like 2006. I'm around 12, 13 years old.
Okay.
And my first day of starting high school. So
what high school is this?
This is Transit Tech High School.
Okay.
So my mom, she goes, "So be careful of the Bloods and the Crips." So I'm like, the hell is that? You know, came off the porch a little late. You know what I'm saying? So I come home and I start doing research on it. And I'm like, oh, okay. So now I'm starting to see like the Bloods was wearing red and the Crips wear blue, you know, stuff like that. But as growing up, I always heard my family say it was popping. Right? Mm-hmm. Never was cracking, nothing, whatever. So, and I remember back then, like, somebody went to my sister and was like, was cracking, and I heard her say, your jaw.
Your sister bang too?
It's my older sister, yeah.
Did she bang?
Nah, she didn't. It was a crazy thing. Like, she don't know nothing about it, but she, you know, like, my cousin went to her, like, yo, it's cracking, and she was like, your jaw. And I was like, that sounds like a good saying.
Yeah.
You know, so that was what my upbringing was about gangs and stuff like that. You know, I seen things and I was like, oh, okay. You know, I was like, all right. And then eventually, as I got 17 years old, shout out to Block. He came around and he was like, yo, I ran into one of the dudes. I ran into one of the niggas I went to school with. He, you know, he one of the big homies for Bishop, and we gonna have like everybody's gonna have like a wild powwow back in the days.
What homie did he run into? That was
he run into Doughboy.
Okay.
100 Doughboy.
Okay.
So when he came back to the block, he told everybody, and I was like, can I come? And he was like, yeah, you can come. I'm like, all right, cool. So I end up, when they had the powwow, I end up coming to my brother's house. And my brother didn't want me to be Bishop, respectfully. But they was like, no, you rather him be Bishop with us than him go and join some other gang. At least when he's here, we can watch him.
Okay.
So that forward, when we got, you know, that forward when I went downstairs and met everybody and met Doughboy and stuff like that, he said, you know, we all want, you know, everybody's bishops. We don't know everybody's bishop. So we was Brownsville Bishop, BVB. Okay.
Y'all had that function in Brownsville?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How you know Block?
Block is a family member. He's one of my cousins.
Okay. All right. So, what year was this when y'all had that function?
This is 2009. So my official date of being Bishop Blood is October 31st of 2009.
That's on Halloween.
Halloween.
That's crazy. It's that 031.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
Right. So you just now yeah. You joined Bishops, starting a chapter in Brownsville.
Mm-hmm.
How was that like in Brownsville being Bishop Blood? Because I know it's different gangs surrounding y'all, right?
There was definitely a lot of different gangs surrounding us. We was around the corner from a bunch of Crip niggas, and which was called Ghost Town Crips and Southside Crips.
Okay.
And we had we had to get a lot of respect with it being Bloodsmen in the area, especially on that area.
What area? What area was that again?
Say that on Brownsville, Thomas Bowling and Newport.
Okay.
So all the Bloods was around Tilden, Brownsville, Keys, Van Dyke, those projects. Those were the Bloods was at. We was in the middle where the Crips was at. So they was we ain't doing that. But my brother Prince, man, who he is, he was like, I don't give a fuck. This is what we're going to do, and we're going to do it.
How was your?
So he at that time he was 18.
Okay. Yeah. How old was you?
I was 17.
Okay. How was your relationship with the other Bloods around your neighborhood?
A lot of the Bloods are still, until to this day, they all respect him. And even when I come around, it's still a respect from me knowing him from young to them knowing me now as one of the big homies for HBs.
Okay. That's good. That's salute to y'all. Salute to the family out there. So just meeting other bishops. You know what I mean? Was there other bishops besides BBB?
There was other bishops that, back in the days at that time. You had the East New York bishops, you had the Bed-Stuy bishops, you had the Crown Heights, and you had the Canarsie bishops.
So how was y'all relationship with those bishops?
Our relationship was pretty good with those bishops. I didn't really know much about the other bishops, but I, shout out to Big Bro OP1. I stood next to him a lot. As my side started fading away, they started getting in trouble, going behind a wall, stuff like that, whatever. So I started standing next to OP1, learning more about the bishop culture on the East Coast and how we are and how what we're about, what we're building and stuff like that, and how to speak, and knowing just blood history and all.
Okay. So can you tell us a little something about OP1?
OP1 is most definitely, he's a leader. We don't ask much, and he's an outstanding teacher. He'll teach you everything. You gotta listen.
Okay. And
then he's the founder of he's the founder for the bishops on the East Coast for Brooklyn.
Okay. And what year was this when you started really being around OP1?
2010, 2011.
And where he from?
He's from Brooklyn, Bed-Stuy.
Cool. Salute to the big homie. 2 whoops. So just from right there, where you was gripping tight with OP1, what was the bishops like getting into, or what was they doing? Where was they at? Like, tell us some more about that when you started, really being with OP1 and being around them.
Well, the bishops was more, like in Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn,
Mm-hmm.
and for me, like whatever they was doing, you had like one that was, rapping.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, other brothers that was doing their own thing or whatever. But OP1 always told me like, whatever it is that you're doing, that's what you're going to do. So you're going to school, you're doing that, you're doing that. That's what I want you to do. I want you doing anything else. So he made sure, like at the time that I was starting college and stuff like that, that's what I was doing. I wasn't doing anything else as like everybody else. All I had to do was just know my history and come to functions.
Okay. How was the functions you used to attend?
Some functions was good, some was bad, some was like, oh shit. Shout out to the godmother. She told me when I first came home, she said, "You want to know your history? No, you want to stay down and not get in and not be like everybody else know your history."
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay. So there were people that got DPs that I witnessed get DPs. I was never getting them. I always gave them.
Mm-hmm. On the name of the godmother? What's her name?
Mumu.
Okay. Okay. So tell us about some more of the bishops. That was influence. That might influence you.
BIP Cali Blood. He told me a lot about the brown we represent the building in our neighborhood, the buildings in our neighborhood, and the color of our skin.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that was the brown. We try to take everything away from the gang, so people won't look at us as that and know us as we're protecting our neighborhoods.
Okay.
So like he was a big part of like the upbringing. Letting me know like what it's like moving as a bishop. Shout out to Hood. He was also around like, and there'd be times where I walk down the block away from the turf, and then that nigga would be somewhere around.
Mm-hmm.
Like, wait, how the fuck you end up on this side? And then BIP S1 Streets Uno.
Streets Uno.
He, I kind of like stepped back a little bit, so I could focus on school and, doing the charity work and stuff like that. And he came around with Cali Pass. And then he reached out to me like a good 2 weeks after and was like, was bragging, like what we doing? And I'm like, what are you talking about?
Well,
and he told me, so we built a brother bond. And so I went from being around him a lot more to meeting Smash to meeting the bishops in Yonkers and stuff like that. So it came a lot.
That's where Streets is from?
Yes.
Streets from Yonkers?
Yes, he's from Yonkers. He's one of the he's also a part of the GSB movement in Brooklyn.
What's GSB? What's that?
Gangsta Style Bishops.
Gangsta Style Bishops? Okay. And what was his position? What was his role in the family?
He was a big homie. He got his own that sanctioned by OP1 back in 2011, which was called the YBF Yonkers Bishop Family back in January 11th.
Yeah, BIP to the bro. What was
BIP to the bro.
What was Cali role and position in the family?
Say that one more time.
What was Cali role and position in the family?
As my saying nowadays, he was the second hand to OP1. if you couldn't get OP1, you seen Cali.
And what about HUD? I heard you speak about HUD. What was his role and position?
If so not mistaken, I would more say like more as the enforcer for the rest of the bishops that was out in Brooklyn.
Okay.
And in general, when you came around, so like that's what he more was, like more as the enforcer.
That's what I'm talking about. Was you around for like the whole 400 block movement when that was going down?
Yes.
Yeah.
Actually was part of the 400 block.
Okay. Can you tell the people something about that? The beginnings of that?
The beginnings of the 400 block. I mean, it was more like, when OP1 said we're gonna push our blocks. So that's where we are. We pushing our blocks. So since he was raised on the 400 block, that's where we was pushing. I still was under the Brooklyn lineup, and I was pushing 400 block jungle.
Okay. Salute.
And then after a while, around I'm gonna say 2013, 14, when I met S1, Streets Uno, he eventually introduced me to Smash Dollars.
Yeah. Smash Dollars. Who's Smash Dollars?
Which Smash Dollars is the founder of 200 Block.
Okay.
Mentioned by S1.
200 Block is located where?
In Yonkers.
Okay.
January 16th, 2016.
You been out there with the bros?
Of course. Again, like I said, like funny story, I remember like it was yesterday. Streets was always trying to get me out to Yonkers. And he was like, yo, I'm gonna come get you. We're gonna drive up to Yonkers, whatever, I'm gonna get a ride. And this ride never seemed to come. So I never got that ride to go to Yonkers. And so, DIP, when we got the sad news that he passed away, whatever, this upcoming May, around that time, me and Smash was having to talk on the phone, and it was like 75 to 80 degrees outside this particular day. And I said, you know what? What are you doing? He's like, I ain't doing nothing. I'm like, all right. I'm about to come to Yonkers. He was like, for real? I'm like, yeah. So he was like, all right, come on. So I got up and I got up into Yonkers. I met Smash and the rest of the homies. And when we got out the car, I said, damn, it takes for me now to come to Yonkers out of all this time. So spent a good 3-4 hours in Yonkers that day. And during this time, just when like the 200 block was just starting and stuff like that. So I met a couple of other homies that was part of the Deuce, and other homies that the big homie Smash knows, that like the Power Rules, Sex Money Murders, those other hoods and stuff like that. So once me and him left, and to walk up these long ass hills in Yonkers, we met these other blood niggas, whatever. The other homies ended up meeting us on the turf, on the 200 block itself. So, it was like walking through, I seen like where Jada Kiss and them hang out at, DMX.
Word?
Yeah.
Oh, they from that neighborhood.
They from Yonkers, yeah.
Okay.
So just walking with the big bro and just seeing everything was like, oh shit, okay.
What year the big bro passed? That's one. You remember?
January of 2017.
VIP to the big homie. VIP to the big homie. You know what year Cali Bud passed away?
To be honest, not really. I just know it was around 2013.
All right. So we had spoke on like GSB. We spoke on that being like the first chapter in Brooklyn. Then we spoke about BVB. And we spoke about the 400 block. Bishop Nation. Can you tell us something about that?
So Bishop Nation was sort of 2011 from OP1. And he was trying to get all bishops that was in the East Coast under one.
Who all the bishops you talking about?
The EBF, the ABF, and the Gold Mob.
Okay.
But nobody wanted to come to mutual terms with him. So he went and started the nation and brought in family members that was, out of town. And gave them a position under the table, gave them a position on the table to have their own hoods. So once he started, so then now the official date of the nation is February 14th, which is some people Valentine's Day. So February 14th, 2014.
What's some of the hoods that's under the nation?
You have HBs. That's the main hood. That's the mother hood.
What's HBs?
HBs is Hancock Bishop.
Okay.
It's the motherland for all bishops on the East Coast.
Why you say that's the motherland for?
Because even though Bishop started on the East Coast on Hancock Street. So with OP1 being the founder of GSG, if you're a bishop on the East Coast and you know that there's bishop on Hancock Street, you should want to come and see what niggas is doing. We are the movement.
Okay. What about the other hoods that's under the nation?
You have, like I said, you have HBs, which is Hancock Bishop Bloods. That's the first hood under the nation. Then you have Assassins.
Okay.
Then you have Bloody Mob. Then you have Black Mob.
Okay. And where these hoods are located?
Black Mob is located down in North Carolina. You have Assassins that's located down in Florida. And then you have Bloody Mob that's located in Georgia.
Okay. All right. What about the 100 block? Because we got the ones, the twos, and the fours, right?
Yes. So the 100 block is located in Connecticut. That's from my understanding. The homie Kizzy was under Cali Bud. Cali Bud was supposed to give him his own hood or whatever, his own set, not hood, set. And when Cali Bud passed, OP1 gave him, say, hey, look, you're in Connecticut, you can be the 100 block or whatever. So that's how they got the 100 block out in CT. 200 block, like I mentioned before, is in Yonkers. Smash Dollars, he's from the 200 block in Yonkers. So that's 200 block Willow. He's the founder for 200 block sanctioned by S1.
Okay.
And when me and him built that bond as two brothers, no matter what we go through, upbringings, obstacles, or whatever, we built the bond that we will always be brothers no matter what. And so he eventually got word. He eventually went to OP1 and asked if he can take me under the tooth along with my little brother Taz.
Okay, that's how you got put onto the 200 block.
Yes.
Killer.
So we, before got put onto the 200 block, I was constantly going back and forth to the functions they was having in Yonkers.
Mm-hmm.
Match was coming out too. He was, coming down to the Bronx to see me, and coming down to the Bronx to see me and the rest of the family. What we was doing, he was we went to Brooklyn. So anytime we had a function in Brooklyn, we met up and went together.
Mm-hmm.
When we left Brooklyn, we left together. We went to Brooklyn together. We left Brooklyn together. Popped up on his birthday. Salute to the big bro. Today is his B-Day.
Happy birthday to the big homie Smash.
So, we constantly go to Yonkers, constantly, all the time. The family in Brooklyn they did a celebration for KB1. They didn't invite us. So we did our own celebration for KB1 out in the Bronx. And, I was like, I can see myself being on the tour because I only talked to one person on the floor, and that's the big homie.
Mm-hmm.
And the godmother. So, next thing you know, I guess he made the call and asked, and the rest was history. So I'm going to say in the year of 2019, that's when me and Taz officially became the original 200 block members.
Salute to the big homie. Salute to the 200 block. Those the
Oh,
bros.
now, I basically, if we go back in time, then Smash is the OP1 for the nation. I'm the Cali bud next to Smash Dollars.
That's what I'm talking about, bro. That's what I'm talking about. It's the big homie, OYG,
So
baby boy.
You have Smash Dollars.
Mm-hmm.
That's the OG, the founder, 200 blocks, and then you have OYG Universal, which the other homies from the floor and anybody I grew up with know me as Baby Boy. But anyone coming in on the hood or anybody after or whatever knows me as Universal.
Yeah. Baby boy, aka Universal, the big homie. Been around for a long time. Witnessed a lot.
16 years exact.
16 years of being bishop in Brooklyn, in New York
First
City.
hood, first only hood on the hood.
You heard? Very long time being in one hood in New York City. A lot of people don't be in one hood that long,
Yeah, a lot of people, jump shifts, go to another hood, and don't like something, don't like what's going on, leave, come back.
Mm-hmm. I ain't gonna front. You've been around for a very long time, from BVB to the jungles.
20 plus years.
Yeah. And now
Like I said, for me,
200
16 plus years, so I'm a little bit off.
It's a long time. You know, staying silent to the brothers, the brotherhood. Got to salute to that. You know what I'm saying? Get no realer than that. You know, love being Bishop Blood. So how your relationship with the homies that's like more like West Coast bishops? If you want to speak on that, how your relationship with them?
I'm not gonna really say there's not no hatred between the homies on the West Coast. Cause I don't know none of them on the West Coast. Spoke to a couple of big homies. Couple Steve. Shout out to him.
Salute to the big homie, Big Steve.
The co-founder of Bishops, Jimmy Lavender. I spoke to him.
Salute to Jimmy Lavender. Salute to the big homie.
But you know, the bishops on the West Coast, they are relatives. Mm-hmm. So you know, they are relatives. So you know, it's nothing but Bishop love from New York to Cali, California.
That's a fact. Salute to the big homies. Salute to the family over there. They know it's all love from the HBs, Bishop Nation. All right, big bro, I ain't gonna hold you. It's a great interview. I want to thank you for coming.
Appreciate you, Big Force.
Just showing love to the platform, giving us a history lesson. Anytime you want to come up, talk about anything, you're welcome. You know I love you, bro. Bishop love, bro. Bishop love to the casket drop. You know?
On the block to my heart stop. Whoop.
Whoop. Salute. Well, it's the end. It's the end of the live. We'll be back with some more G's telling history soon. You know what I'm saying? Educating the people. New York Bloods, East Coast Bloods. Sewell business. Thumbs up. Whoop.